since we are doing another ZVZ, I'll just talk about the map at the beginning because the map is way more interesting. Just kidding. Alright, good evening everyone. Welcome to game number 3 for the second time. This is yet another ZVZ between LgNgiX and Convergence's Bio. We've got Bio spawning over here on the left side as the yellow zerg, and we do have Gix spawning over here on the right side as the green zerg. It is a ZVZ, and this time we're playing on GSL Metropolis. I feel like I've already said everything there is to say about early game ZVZ. The players are tied up 1-1 right now. Honestly, we're going to see the same openers. Gix is going to 15 hatch, Bio's going to 14-14. So, in lieu of that, let's talk about these expansions. Hold on, what's going on? This expansion has rocks. I came over here, I was going to be so excited to tell you about the neutral creep tumor, but this expansion has rocks. When did they change that? It might be, maybe only the GSL one has the creep tumor, and the latter version has the destructible rocks. So we were supposed to be using the latter version for this matchup, so that could be that. I was so excited about this, but this is actually really boring. So it's just an island expansion with rocks. No one's going to take it this game, so it's not going to matter. We're going to see players get to maybe 2, maybe 3 bases, just like before. You know? So we do have... actually, Bio's changing things up a little bit right here. I like this. Actually going 15 gas, 15 pool. So not all that different from last time, but slightly later gas and pool than before. Actually, maybe he's going 15. Yeah, okay, there's the pool. I was going to say 15 gas, 15 hatch. Players don't usually go gas before hatch and then not get the pool. That would be a little weird because you would just have like 400 gas that you can't spend on anything. But in this case, it is going to be a gas pool opener against a hatch first opener, just like we've seen in all of our other matches so far. Gix is, of course, going to continue to follow that up with the gas and the pool so that he can get his circling speed on the way. And this is a huge map. It's not forced cross spawns, so they actually don't know where the other player is, and they're going to have to be scouting each other to figure this out. And on a big map like this, of course, I will support the hatch first, just because it's really not small enough for you to do early aggression and kill your opponent. But there are some advantages to getting this early gas, because it lets you get banelings sooner. It lets you get, you know, more gas, so you can get roaches sooner if you want it as well. As we saw last game, that big roach push for Bio worked out very well against Gix's sort of greedier style. I think he got a little too greedy, and that was kind of got the better of him. We do see Bio throwing down the hatchery at his natural. He doesn't want to fall behind his opponent. He doesn't want to, you know, he doesn't want to have to be forced to do a 1-base all-in because he's taken too long to expand. So it's just going to be the same as before. That's kind of the downside of casting best of 3s, where it's such a boring mirror matchup. Well, I guess Zergs versus Zerg being boring is kind of the wrong thing. It's kind of like a little bit of setup, and then there's some like brief, intense periods of action where we're going to have like some banelings hitting each other, and I'm going to be yelling, and you know, you guys will hopefully be yelling at home as well. But until then, there's really not that much that the players can do different. You know, like we've seen these Zerglings come in here 3 times. We've seen Gix repel them with his own Zerglings 3 times. So really, none of this is unexpected. This Overlord is about to die, though. It has 1 hit point. Oh, there it goes. Queen managed to snipe it, and Gix is actually going to be supply blocked. He has no Overlords in production. He needs to make another one. Well, actually that one just finished, but he still needs to make another Overlord. And this game, actually, Gix is going to be getting the Baneling Nest first. That's kind of good. He's got his 3 drones. He just added that 3rd drone back to gas. And we see that Bio's actually doing the same, but he's not adding a Baneling Nest yet. So I'm curious if he's going to be going for very fast roaches or not. Or, I guess very fast is the wrong term, since everything is kind of reasonable. It's mostly, roaches without banelings is a little bit risky, because if your opponent just makes a lot of banelings and then comes and kills you, you're kind of in a bad position. But there goes the baneling nest, so he's actually not going to be skipping anything. That's good. A little bit of a skirmish. Gix manages to get the upper hand, even though they had a pretty similar number of zerglings. A little bit of positioning there just gave it to him. It's actually really interesting. We see that Bio has planted a creep tumor. I should look at his base while talking about this. He's planted a creep tumor, but Gix has not, which means that Gix has 1 more larva inject worth of units. It means he's going to have about 4 4 more units to make. And, ooh, look at this. GIX might actually get caught off guard by the same thing again this game. That would be very, very unfortunate. He's going for actually exactly the same ZVZ build as last time, where he is taking aggressive gas geysers at his natural. He's making a fast lair, and Bio is going for that Roach Warren. And it's kind of just a build order win, really. If GIX doesn't get some better defense up in here, like, he's going to have extra spines, and they'll be ready this time, which is going to help a lot. But if we see a lot of Zerglings and a lot of Roaches come in just like last time, with no Roaches on Gix's side, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He is getting that Spire down a lot sooner. It's just now starting, you know, it's still about a minute and a half away, but it's going to be ready sooner. The Roach Warren is just now done. We just have the first 10 Roaches coming out. The Spire by no means will be ready before these Roaches get here, but it'll be pretty close. And depending on what Gix makes in terms of other defensive choices, he might be okay. We will see. He does have a Changeling coming in, though, and that's actually going to be very useful. He's going to spot all these Roaches, and hopefully this will tell him, hey, I need Lings, and I need even more Spine Crawlers. And there we go. We see he's throwing down 4 more Spine Crawlers in production. 5, ooh, very nice. 6 Spine Crawlers. Yeah, I think in this situation, Gix cannot make too many Spine Crawlers. Like, no number would be too many. They're not going to be ready in time, though. Now, lots of Banelings coming in. Banelings, of course, are actually really, really good against static defense. And with the Spine Crawlers clumped up like this, I do believe they'll take a little bit of splash damage. Could be a serious problem for Gix. Spire's about to finish. He's going to have Mutalisks on the way in just a moment. But here comes the attack. Is he going to survive? Honestly, I'm not sure. He does manage to tank a lot of Baneling hits, which is great. All of his Spine Crawlers are still alive. And I think Gix might be able to hold this. He's got 24 Lings in production. He's pulling his drones too soon, in my opinion. And he picks off a couple more Roaches. He's got those 20 Lings in production, so I think he has survived this death push from Bio. And I think he's going to be able to take this game in this case. Because, of course, he does have Mutas on the way. If we look at the worker kills, really, Bio's only gotten about 5 drone kills, and he's going to be at a massive tech disadvantage. No layer tech. Layer tech hasn't even started, of course. We got lots of Lings on the way, yeah. So, Bio, seasoned player, understands, yeah, my play failed, so that means the game is over. And Gix takes it 2-1, so that means that Team Legion is going to go up 1-0 so far. And I will be back just as soon as we find another series for me to cast, so don't go anywhere, guys.